Welcome back to the Deeper Podcast. We are here to help you go deeper in your Bible reading as we read the scriptures together. We follow our Bible reading plan. So today we come to Mark chapter 5. And Mark chapter 5 is packed with stories about people really that are at the end of themselves. They're out of rope. They've run out of options. And you encounter a demon-possessed man who's living in a graveyard. You encounter a woman who's had a bleeding problem for multiple years. You encounter a father who has a little girl that's dying. And they're all three different situations, three different people, but you see that Jesus steps into every single one of those situations. I mean, think about it. With the man who is demon-possessed, Jesus heals him, and the woman who has had a bleeding problem and touches the hem of Jesus' garment, and all of a sudden, she's healed. And then him just raising the daughter of Jairus, the leader in the synagogue there. Just amazing stories of what Jesus was able and capable to do. And so what does that have anything to do with us today, though? I mean, maybe we don't find ourselves in those particular situations, but all of us come to points in our lives where we have things that just seem like we've tried everything. We're at the end of our rope. We're out of options. We have nowhere else to turn. And then we turn to Jesus, and Jesus has a solution for it. Now, that's not to say that Jesus has a solution as if he's just going to make life all better and everything's just going to be hunky-dory when you come to him. But I think the point of the story is that Jesus is the answer for life's struggles, for life's problems. And maybe he won't heal all of those things. Maybe he won't heal the chronic cancer. Maybe he won't take away the Alzheimer's, or maybe he won't resurrect a dead body. But we do know that Jesus is the answer. He isn't intimidated by our situations. He isn't lacking in our situations. And so when we come to him and we lay ourselves at his feet and we trust him for what he can do, then sometimes he does, but sometimes he doesn't. But here's the thing. Even when he doesn't, we still get him. And I think that's the point of Mark 5, that we don't have to shy away from bringing our desperate situations to Jesus. We don't have to get to a point where we're like, man, I don't know if Jesus even wants to hear. I've heard this before. I've heard people say before, well, Jesus is just not interested. He's too busy to deal with my problems. But I'm just telling you, Jesus isn't too busy. He wants you to bring your burdens, your problems to him. And even if he doesn't fix them in the immediate term, in the immediate time, we know that we get Jesus in the end. And ultimately for us, a relationship with Jesus is the ultimate prize. It is the ultimate treasure that we're seeking. And so if you find yourself in a desperate situation today, if you find yourself in a place where you're like, man, I just don't have anywhere else to turn. I'm out of options. I feel like the demon-possessed man who can't even go into town because the people don't want to be around him, or I've just got this illness that just won't go away, or I've just got some things in my life that need to be resurrected. Turn to Jesus today. Make sure that you turn to Jesus today. Make sure that you bring your desperation to him, because ultimately he is the only one who can solve those things. He's the only one that can solve the biggest condition that you and I have, and that's a longing in our heart for a relationship with him. And so outside of all these external situations, outside of everything that we can offer and we can do for ourselves, our heart longs for a relationship with Jesus. And so when we turn to him in these situations, really what we're saying is, Jesus, I need you. I need you in this situation. I need you in my life. I need you in this moment. And he will be there, and he will continue to build that relationship with you if you'll just bring those things to him. So today, maybe you've got a friend that's going through a desperate situation that needs to hear something like this. Maybe you're going through a desperate situation and you need to hear this. Wherever you find yourself, or wherever your friend finds yourself, or your family member, just remind them and remind yourself, turn to Jesus.